This is Marshall Morris, and this is episode 3 of Marination Moments, where we'll be talking about the 3 systems to make time management a breeze.
Simplicity scales, complexity fails. Learn the simple steps to solve complex business questions from the Thrive15.com proven system. Welcome to Marination Moments with 6'8" entrepreneur Marshall Morris.
Yes, again, this is Marshall Morris, a business coach with Thrive15.com, and I am excited to talk about the 3 systems to make time management a breeze. This is going to get into your personal time management, and if you see them as separate issues, I guess your business time management, helping your employees manage their time more effectively. This is going to be a game changer in somebody's life. It's going to be very freeing. It's going to give you the ability to disconnect from a lot of things that maybe feel like are weighing you down as it relates to time management. So working with a number of different businesses with the one-on-one coaching program, I'm a business coach for them, for a number of different businesses. Every single week we get into these particular steps, and one of the issues that I see working with these business owners is that they focus for too long on operating the business, and they find that their systems have not changed and updated over time. So they're working so much in the business, they don't have any time to work on the business. And so what we're going to be doing is talking about how to free up time to work on the business. Maybe you're a business owner and you don't have time to implement new systems. This episode is going to be for you. Or maybe you've actually implemented some of these systems and then you scale your growth. You're actually doing more business. You're bringing in more money, which is awesome. And congratulations to you. And as your business scales, your time actually scales with it as well. And so this is going to help everybody who maybe is losing that time freedom that they had initially gained, or maybe they've lost the time freedom as their business is scaled, and we're going to get into it. So Marshall Morris, business coach here with Thrive15.com. Here are the action steps for you. What we're going to be doing is implementing the one email inbox, the one to-do list, and one calendar. These are the 3 systems to take back your time freedom. One email inbox, one to-do list, and one calendar. It sounds very simple, but we are going to get into it because I know that things are easier said than done, but I'm going to walk you through the different steps for each one of these systems and how to utilize these time management practices the most effectively. So the first thing is having one email inbox. The first thing that, if you're not currently doing this, I would highly recommend that you do it. I use this every single morning, recording this right now at 5:15 in the morning, and I've just finished my meta time with my email inbox. Went ahead and got my email inbox down to 0, but the product, the email service, the email client that I use is Gmail. Why do I use Gmail? Number 1, because it's free. Number 2, because the learning curve is so low. Any of your employees can learn Gmail. Gmail is very, very simple. They have a ton of documentation, and they have 24/7 support, so that if you have a question or you need help, you can definitely call them up and they'll actually walk you through it step by step. And so I love using Gmail, and I would highly recommend everybody else use Gmail as well. I don't make any money from recommending Gmail. I just sincerely care about your success, and Gmail is been one of the best systems for managing your email. So number 1, I would highly recommend that you use Gmail. The second step for managing one email inbox is you got to forward all of your emails to one account. I see a lot of business owners, they manage a personal email and a business email and an HR at whatever email and info at whatever email, and they have all these different accounts. Okay. So the principle here is when you use multiple email accounts, you're actually going to miss emails. It's inevitable. One way or another, you're going to miss an important email from either a client or one of your employees, and that's not good. So what you have to do is you got to use one email account. So begin by forwarding all emails to the master account that you are going to use. The next step is actually to use the settings wheel. So the settings wheel, once you're on your email inbox on Gmail, you go up to settings. It's up in the top right, and you click on that little gear wheel. You go down to settings, and then you're going to flip over to accounts, okay? And you want to use the send mail as feature. What this is going to do is, let's say that I'm logged into my personal account, marshall@gmail.com, and you want to send mail as thrivenation@thrive15.com, thrivenation@thrive15.com. So if I wanted to send mail as Thrive Nation, I just simply need to set up a send mail as, and they have a easy walkthrough for you. You put in your login credentials, you set up some security system for it, and then you can actually send email back as another account, which is awesome because now you can operate all of your email from one inbox. Now, the next step for managing your one email inbox is you got to get your emails down to 0 daily. You got to get it down to 0 daily. That means that no more than 24 hours you will have responded to all of the emails, which is much quicker, much faster than anybody else is answering emails right now. I know, as an example, my mom, she right now has thousands and thousands of emails in her inbox. Not because she is, not looking to answer things, but she has a filing system, and I think frequently I was so guilty of this when I first started managing email. But I would open the email and then mark it as unread, and then come back to it later, and then maybe tag it. And what I found is I was moving things around in my email inbox so much that I was never actually just addressing it. But when you commit to getting your emails down to zero emails, your inbox at 0 daily, then that is such a freeing mentality, and you don't think about what is the path of least resistance. What am I doing how am I going to answer this email but then come back to it at a later time? But I need to critically think about it. Just answer all of them. Make it the first thing that you do every single day. And then don't look at your inbox the rest of the day. That's the last step here for your one email inbox. Don't look at your email inbox the rest of the day. It is a freeing experience. If somebody needs to be able to get a hold of you throughout the middle of the day, make sure that they have your personal contact number, your direct line, but don't look at your email the rest of the day. And when you focus all of your time into this one meta time, this time in the morning, your emails at the beginning become so much more productive. So, takeaway here, use one email inbox. Second thing is use one to-do list. So the process is this, is in the morning when you're creating all of the things that you need to be doing for the day, you got to move all the necessary items that come via email to one to-do list. Okay? One to-do list. For this, we use Google Sheets. It's a spreadsheet program through the Google Drive. We use Google Sheets because it's saved on the cloud and we can access it from anywhere. So we use all of our action items on Google Sheets. Now, we don't sit there and try and answer all of the things that come in via email. If it takes reaching out to somebody or connecting with somebody, it's really hard to do that between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. in the morning. So everything goes on to this to-do list, and it's one to-do list with both your personal and business items. You don't need to be keeping two individual to-do lists, one for personal and one for business. And the reason why is because when you have multiple different places to be managing all of your action items from, you're going to miss items and you're going to overlook items, and eventually you will favor or prioritize one to-do list over the other. So you got to have one to-do list, one life, one to-do list. The next step is, once you've created all of these items on your to-do list, you want to sequentially add numbers to every individual item. So on the left-hand side, you create a new column, okay? You create a new column and you add numbers to the left-hand side. That way you can see how many things are actually on your to-do list. I think sometimes we look at our to-do list and we just see this whole big wall of words, and it's a little overwhelming. It's a little daunting. But when you add numbers, Lee Cockrell, the former executive vice president of Walt Disney World Resort, he says that even if you have burning fires come up and you don't get items done, you at least know how many items that you didn't get done. Or, in contrast, you know how many items you actually did complete. So the next step here is you got to mark the top things, the top 10. Okay, I would recommend that everybody mark 10 items that you have to do today. What are the top 10 burning fires? What are the top 10 things, the top 10 value creation items on your to-do list that you are going to get done today? Commit to what are those items, and you delineate those. You make a little mark, star them, however you want to mark them to indicate that I'm going to get all of these items done today. Then the last step here is you got to mark the 2 things that you must do in order to prepare yourself for success in the future. What are the items that I need to start today in order to make progress in the future? What are the 2 things that I must do that provide long-term value? They might not provide any short-term value, but what are the items that I could do today that provide long-term value for success in the future? Okay. Now, working as a business coach, this is hard for some business owners to get even this far. Okay. I know this isn't going to be hard for you, but as I've worked through this, getting everything down to one email inbox, it's hard. Working as a business coach, it's hard to get everything onto a to-do list when you haven't done that historically. But I encourage you, this is going to change your life. This is going to immediately create so much proactive confidence in that you are going to get something done today. I want to hear about the success stories. I want to hear about the people that are implementing this and having success using this. So email us at info@thrive15.com. I want to help people work through this. Now, the last system for time management here is using one calendar. You cannot schedule personal and work appointments over each other. If you have to take the kids to karate, then you can't be scheduling a business dinner at the same time. If you are getting your kids and off to school, you cannot schedule that early morning meeting. Or furthermore, you can't be answering your emails at that time either. When we're answering our emails, we're not taking the kids to karate. When we're answering our emails, we're not managing our employees. When we're answering our emails, we're not spending time with our family. We're not cooking dinner. We're not going to church. We're not doing all of the things that maybe we should be doing and we should be scheduling time for. So when it's time to be answering your emails, answer your emails. Outside of that time, don't be answering those emails. Now, in terms of specifically which calendar you need to be using, you need to be using Google Calendar. Now, shamelessly, I use Google Calendar just every single day. Google Calendar has been awesome for me. Now, this might sound like an ad, and I wish Google was paying me to recommend them, but I just loyally will use Google Calendar because it's the easiest to use. Okay, it's a free service. It's stripped of all the features. It's stripped of all the things that might distract you from doing the one thing that you need the calendar to do, which is scheduling and organizing your time. Now, what should you be scheduling? You should be scheduling all your personal, and you should be scheduling all of your business during this time. You need to schedule from the time that you wake up to the time that you go to bed in 1 hour time blocks. You hear this catchphrase, time blocking, time blocking, time blocking. All the news articles, all the business coaching services, all the business coaches, they talk about time blocking, okay? What this is setting up chunks of time to be working on different projects, whether it be personal or whether it be business. I'm going to schedule 1 hour to cook dinner for the family. I'm going to schedule 3 hours to be going to church on Sunday. I'm going to schedule 4 hours to be playing basketball on Saturday. I'm going to schedule 3 hours in the morning to be doing my meta time. This is time blocking, and Google Calendar makes it the easiest to do. All you have to do is click and drag to create an event. We have video trainings to show you how to do that. If you have questions about how to do that, you just need to contact us at info@thrive15.com, and we will walk you through that. We'll personally have one of our, we'll have a business coach walk you through that. But you have to schedule time to work on all 6 of your F6 goals. You have to schedule time to work on your faith. You have to schedule time to work on your family. You have to schedule time to work on your finance. You have to schedule time to work on your friendships. You have to schedule time to work on your fitness. And you have to schedule time for fun. Okay? A lot of business owners that I see working as a business coach, I see them maybe scheduling time for 1 or 2 of these items. Maybe your faith, maybe your finance, maybe even sometimes fitness. But if we're not careful and we're not proactive about scheduling time for all of these 6 goals, your F6 goals, then it's very, very easy to go weeks, months, even years without scheduling time for one of them. So, example of this in Clay Clark, the U.S. Small Business Administration Entrepreneur of the Year. He's the founder of Thrive15.com. He'll tell you the story about for years he was not scheduling time for his family and friendships. Family and friendships. He hadn't taken his wife Vanessa out on a date for years. He got married. He was courting her. Okay. Finally got married, and then the date stopped. He got so passionate, so excited about growing the business. He realized that, I haven't spent any time actually taking Vanessa out on a date. I've actually booked all of date nights with DJ services, with DJ gigs. So you have to schedule all 6 of your F6 goals if you want to be successful in them. Now, there's a couple examples of people that have done this extraordinarily well. Working as a business coach, I get to work with Delrick Clinical Research. They're down in New Orleans. Big shout out to Tyler and Rachel. And they're doing a fantastic job of this time management system, the 3 different systems. Now, they were able to step completely out of their business operations and now work full-time on the business, which is huge for them. They set up the calendar, they set up the to-do list, they set up the one email inbox, and it's helped them organize their life so much more effectively that now they're spending all their time managing the employees that are doing the operations for the business. So Delrick, congratulations to you guys. You are diligent doers and a prime example of time management effectiveness at its peak. So wanted to make sure that I mentioned them because they're doing a fantastic job. And I want to leave everybody with this quote, okay? It's from Lee Cockrell again. He's the former executive vice president of Walt Disney World Resort. He managed 40,000 people. When you're managing 40,000 people, you have to have great time management. You have to have good time management systems in place, or else you will scale or fail very quickly. So Lee Cockrell says this: when you do the hard things first, life gets easier. So you got to do the hard things. You got to set up the one email inbox. You got to set up the one to-do list. You got to set up the one calendar. Maybe you've heard this before. Maybe this is not a new principle. Maybe this is not a new subject for you to hear. But I know when I first heard some of these time management principles, I didn't immediately apply them. I felt like I was waiting for some kind of trigger to, reach into my life and cause me to implement these things. Well, don't wait for that trigger. Do it today. What are you waiting for? Today is the day that you can begin taking back your time and being more proactive with your life. When we're not proactive with our life, we're reactive. And that means that we're letting life happen to us. But I'm telling you, you don't have to let life happen to you. You can take control, and you can control your own destiny. You can control your own life. And this is something that I'm very, very passionate about, because working with Thrivers, working as a business coach, working with Thrive15.com has been awesome. Okay, because I've been able to work with listeners like you to take control of their business and the time that they are spending on their business and time that they're spending in their family. If I can give you back the time to spend with your family, because no longer you have to work endless hours in your business, that is my reward. And I want to hear about it. So if you have more questions, reach out to us at thrive15.com. You can shoot us an email at info@thrive15.com. Get out here for a business workshop. We have 2-day intensive workshops where we'll actually set up these 3 systems with you in person. We'll have a business coach sit down with you and set these things up. Okay? So the 2-day business workshop, you can find it at thrive15.com/conference, thrive15.com/conference. You're going to learn everything that you need to know: customer service, sales, time management, operations management, hiring and firing employees, accounting, marketing, everything that you need to know to start and grow a business. Most business owners, they leave with 6 to 8 months worth of action items for their business. And it's going to just completely change how you're doing business. You're going to feel freed, because a lot of business owners, they come to this and they say, well, I've been to these, self-help seminars. I've been to these business seminars before, but there's always some kind of upsell at the back of the room for the actual secret. There's no upsell here. It's just me and Clay and the rest of the Thrive15.com team sincerely reaching into your life and helping you grow your business. That's what we're most passionate about. Or maybe you just want to come out to the business coaching seminar, the conference, and maybe the ongoing video trainings are a better fit for you. So Thrive15.com, the world's best business training platform. It's business school without the BS. You can sign up for your first month for $1. You can get on there and sign up for your first month is $1, a freaking $1. And you can get on there. You can learn from people like Lee Cockrell. You can learn from people like David Robinson. You can learn from people like Clay Clark. And you will have access to thousands of trainings that's going to help you start and grow your business. But these are the 3 systems that you have got to commit to today. 1, you got to set up one email inbox. 2, you have got to set up your one to-do list for both business and personal items. And 3, you have to set up one calendar, one master calendar where you manage everything for your day from the moment that you wake up to the moment that you go to bed. One calendar. I appreciate you guys listening. With questions, send them to info@thrive15.com. This has been Marshall Morris and a Marination Moment talking about time management. Thank you guys, and I will talk to you next time.